I ran home and I put my sweater on.
I like literally the speed with which you have.
As soon as I possibly could.
You earned it. You're allowed to.
I wore heels to the event. So I had Vans in my car so that I could drive comfortably.
I mean, you still have change clothes from CCAs at our apartment.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, so like, no, I get it.
Yeah, you bring that at some point.
Yeah.
It's like
it's hefty.
It's real. It's like it's a real deal thing.
It is.
I will.
Weightier than I actually did think it was going to be. You did it. Congratulations. Good job.
It's crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Of course it is.
That was the coolest feeling ever.
Maybe not the last.
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'll give you the last.
It was like a lot of stress and thinking, and I cared a lot. But it's definitely it's a weird feeling, like sitting at a table like that and just like waiting for your name not to be announced, and then it's announced, and I had to like take a quick minute, like, did I just hear what I thought I heard?
Were you like sitting there processing it, going like, wait, hold on?
Honestly, I might have been like eyeing more of my food.
Right, yeah, you're like mid-bite or something.
And then the table that I was at, I was able to sit with the Warner Brothers team, and they were lovely people to sit through the award show with. It was like a little bit of like a maze to get to the stage from them. So after I processed that was indeed my name I heard called,
you had to
then it was like panic mode because like, you know how it wasn't really like this year at CCA, but you know how in years past, like often the tables are like super smushed together, and you can't cross.
I do remember that. Yeah, you can't really get over.
I don't walk through like all the tables, and it was scary.
That's it. It's actually very funny because I was just listening to like Daniel Tosh before, and he has a joke about literally, it's like, what do you mean you were surprised you won an award? You had an aisle seat. Like, what did you think was going to happen? But
I was not.
No, I know. Like that's the funny part. Like you literally had to do the thing
in a place that said that one's going to have to go up there.
Yeah, where do I go? How do I get
there? And then just like having to speak in that scenario was weird.
Of course, because usually like we're just asking questions. We don't have to like,
I can get up in front of hundreds and thousands of people to moderate Q&A without breaking a sweat. I was like truly shaking in my boots, trying to like articulate what I wanted to and make the most of the moment, and also just like not say anything stupid. I posted my speech, so hopefully I did not say anything stupid.
I would not think you are a person to say something stupid. That is not on my list of worries I would have about you doing these things.
I mean, I've said stupid things. I've done stupid things.
Not on said stage.
Okay. Oh, what a day. What a day.
We did it. You did it. We all survived our respective days.
How was your day? I keep forgetting it was Friday, too.
I was going to say, too, yeah, like you got to go to an award show and win an award.
I feel like it does not feel like Friday right now.
Yeah, like it should be a Saturday or something.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't, because tomorrow should not be Sunday.
I need Saturday. I'm chatting with a bunch of people for Patreon tomorrow, but other than that, I'm just cramming one South by movie after the next. We're not at plug time yet, but also because now I'm making my to-do list live on the show. Yeah. I have to watch as many, I have to prep for as many South by things as I possibly can, because the interview schedule is like down to the floor, which I'm so excited about, but it's a lot of prep work and research I have to do. And then today we posted the Tawny Cypress Ladies Night for Yellow Jackets, but we double booked this week because I was also able to record one with Tatiana Maslany for the Monkey.
Amazing.
But because I was doing the Tawny work and Tatiana came, it was later in the process, now I got to do all that work over the weekend to make sure it's up and running in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, I've got, what do I have? I have one review and 2 Blu-ray essays. One's a video one, though, so I had to record narration on that, too. So that's my weekend. And then I have a few days to actually get a few screeners done. I finally got some.
Good.
So
screeners are a lifesaver.
I know. There's a few I can crush out. But yeah, no, South by is coming so quickly, and that is scary.
It's so soon. It's literally the trip begins in less than a week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I have so many interviews. I think I counted. I think I'm like close to 20.
That's a lot of interviews.
That's like
I don't do interviews,
lot of interviews.
I have every day scheduled with at least 3 movies. That's my way of.
Okay. Well, like you do, that's like your usual.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm reviewing there, so like that's my main focus. It's just see a movie, bang a review out. See a movie, bang a review out.
I don't think I definitely can't. I reviewed 2 things last year. I can't. It's just too many interviews this year.
Oh yeah, no, you like that's your side of it. Like that's
that type of interview day is honestly like my happy place when it's like 7 interviews, one after the other, and like sometimes Steve and I switch off, but sometimes they have back to back. I just can't get excited for that until I know I'm prepped for it. Then I can get excited about it.
Yeah, because I can imagine if I'm interviewing for one single movie, I can kind of go in with a few questions, but it's all conversational versus you having to do
names
7. I was going to say like 7 different movies in a row and trying to keep everything. No, absolutely not.
Names make me so nervous.
I don't have that in me.
Thankfully, everything that I'm covering is its own thing. Everything has some sort of really cool, unique hook that I feel like I'll be able to separate everything quite easily.
That is fair. That's fair.
My biggest fear is always making sure I remember the real person's name and the character's name, and I don't mix them up from movie to movie. Because a
person, the character.
You met someone that I did that to the other night. I'm not gonna shout it out right now because I don't want to make it awkward. But on Saturday night.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you after.
Yeah. Okay.
I never forget. I'm pretty sure he forgot, and then I brought it up. I'll be like, "Remember when?" Because I think about that all the time.
It's the creative way. Anybody, not even a creative person.
Yeah.
When we make a mistake as humans, it's the one thing that sticks in our mind for years and years, and everyone's forgot it. Like everyone has forgot the thing that you'll never forget.
Incredible. What's up, Wiley? Congrats, Perri. My risky picks are Wicked for Best Picture and Like a Bird for Best Original Song. I just don't think the music is good in Emilia Perez.
Neither do I, Wiley.
I like El Mal. I think that sequence is very impressive. And I do think that's what's going to win.
I don't know who put this onto my Blue Sky timeline, but there's a metal cover of the Vaginoplasty song that some band did.
I need to see that.
It's fucking hilarious because it's just.
I'm not looking that up right now.
Yeah,
I'm bringing my gold derby up for now, but.
Oh, yeah.
I do want to watch that video after.
I will gladly find it. I found it on. Somebody posted it. It's on Spotify. It's literally metal fucking Emilia Perez and the dumbest song in the entire fucking thing. I hate that song. Specifically, I fucking hate that.
I get it. It's just so weird to me to think about my first viewing experience and then, hearing other opinions and having them seep in.
Yeah, no, that is a true thing when you're surrounded and stuff like that.
It most certainly happens.
Are we? Or do you want to finish?
I was gonna maybe start talking about song or something. Well, you want to do Best Picture?
Oh no, I was gonna say because
you want to do all the super chats?
Yeah, because these are congrats Perri ones. Gotcha. So let's do the super.
I
chats,
see.
And then we'll just jump right in.
Julius, congrats on the award, Perri. Well earned. Thank you so much. I want Dune to win Best Picture, but that ain't happening. Also, challengers should win score in a write-in. Could you imagine?
Listen, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't have minded seeing that score included in that category. Toon Talks, thank you so much. Congrats. Oh, we just have a very generous super sticker.
Oh, hold on.
Look up what it is.
Hold on.
I can't wait to see.
Everyone else can see it but us. I gotta go look up the super sticker.
I'm listening and paying attention,
but
I'm also trying to find myself on Gold Derby.
Oh my God.
How do you have such a difficult time with this app?
The mobile version is not.
Oh, look, it's a little. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Holding the trophy and everything. There you go.
That's adorable.
There you go. That's for you.
Thank you. Okay, next up here. First off, congrats, Perri, on the award. Thank you. Second, I am hoping somehow The Substance wins Best Picture and Timothée Chalamet wins over Brody, who has won Oscar. I don't think.
Neither.
I'm not betting on either happen, but I do see a possible chance of Timothée Chalamet winning.
No, it's either Rafe or Brody.
I think after his SAG win, Timmy is higher than Rafe.
That's sad.
Why?
Because if my like we'll get to that category, but
Okay.
like I don't have him.
Oh
very
no,
high at all.
I think they're both quite good. Like I wouldn't be mad at any. I wouldn't be mad at anyone winning.
Yeah, I mean, again,
I know,
they're all good.
I know
yeah,
who you want to.
They're all good performances. I'm
Yeah.
just saying of the caliber performances that are there.
Mm. All
This
right,
little man is.
all right. So how do you want to do this?
I don't care. How do you want to start? Do you want to go from the bottom up and do like the bigger ones later? Like, what do you want to do?
Okay, here. Let's just go in reverse. I'm assuming you didn't see the shorts though. No, I didn't. I didn't see the shorts, honestly.
Shorts. Let's skip shorts.
Well,
that is not a negative to the shorts. The shorts are all obviously well accomplished and stuff like that. I
will tell you, one of my biggest regrets though in recent years is not watch. I used to make a big old point of watching every single nominated short. I like always put in that time.
And then I would always pick the one that wins somehow when not watching it.
I said
like as a joke.
I said
like
that on FYC.
Yeah.
I think my worst track record with predicting wins in the short categories were the years that I watched, because I saw what I liked and what spoke to me and I went with it. And I said this on FYC too. I would be scared to read the stat about how many voters actually watch the shorts and how many don't.
No, if I was an actual Oscar voter, that's different.
Yeah.
Like, that's a different scenario. We are film critics doing our best to keep up with the deluge of fucking releases and every day and trying to
really want to watch them. All right.
I know, I believe it.
Best international feature.
Okay,
I'll make that easy. I'm gonna say one sentence. Will win, I'm still here. Should win, I'm still here. I'm done.
Yeah, that's fine. So obviously I've only picked things that are in the category, except for this one where I do think I'm Still Here will win.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
I wish fucking Kneecap got nominated.
I was busy talking about Kneecap
I
tonight.
wish Kneecap got nominated. I wish Kneecap got in there. I think that would have been very cool. But even if it did, I'm Still Here that is the one I do predict will win. That is international, I think, is a lock there.
I think I definitely think it's gonna win there. How many docs did you say?
Documentary I cannot speak on.
We'll go to animated. Here's another easy one. Animated feature.
We're gonna have the same here, aren't we?
Will win. Wild Robot.
Yep.
Should win. The Wild Robot.
Yeah, ditto. I have nothing else to say on that one. It's Wild Robot all the way.
Again, I will say I don't think there's going to be an upset. I don't think there should be an upset. But if on the off chance there was, I don't think I care which of the bunch.
Oh, I mean, like for me, I would think this
category is stacked.
I would think the one that would upset would be Flow based on just feedback.
I think Flow has the best chance.
Memoir of a Snail would be an interesting one too, but I think Wild Robot has all the momentum. So I think it's weird. I don't think we're
running away with it.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. How do you feel about visual effects? Do you want to take that one first?
I mean, I don't have Dune winning that much.
Oh, I'm just realizing, I'm showing you my answers.
No, that's fine. I mean, I'm not changing my answers based on what you did. It's actually helpful seeing it just like that.
Yeah.
Dune was my wood, and of what's there, I mean, Kingdom has so many good effects as well. It's hard to say that. But I mean, what they accomplished in Dune is pretty fucking big. So I think my would and should. I'm going to stick with Dune on that one.
Will win Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Should win Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Not that I think Dune isn't as good in that department. I think both films are exceptional, but I don't know. I feel like when we think about these,
they're phenomenal. Yeah, the visual effects in that are fantastic.
When we think of these the Apes movies, the new ones, whenever we talk about the visual effects, the focus, and rightfully so, because obviously it's a big part of the movie, is so hardcore on the apes.
Yeah.
But then you got to narrow it down even further. The idea of them having so many wet apes in this movie.
Wet apes.
They have so many more apes because most
correct.
of the human characters are completely out of the picture at this point. On top of that, another thing that complicates their job is that because of how apes evolved, a lot of them are wearing costume pieces, and that changes how their body moves and how their hair moves with the costume.
It's not just a naked ape now; it's an actual.
But then take the apes out of the equation. Look at those landscapes that they built and the water work in it, and even things I heard someone reference this in another podcast, and it really shocked me what a big deal it could be and how I hadn't even thought about it. But when they're photographing them live on set and people's footprints make human footprints and shoe prints.
You have to take that shit out and like, no, I'm not.
So
Trust
many
me, not
things.
arguing against any of that. I mean, again, I think Kingdom was decent as a film. I think the mocap, everything that goes into it, the visuals on that are fucking phenomenal. But again, there are so many big, like the sandworm stuff and Dune, and like there's just so many big set pieces, and so like you can say the same thing basically. Your entire argument applies to Dune as well. Like everything's there, like the shading on the sand and like the weather and like everything is like amplified by that. So I think it goes there only because too, I feel like Kingdom really kind of came and went. It did not have the same staying power of the other newer Apes films. Like obviously the trilogy
still did well.
That is fair. But I just don't. I think the Dune. I don't have much for Dune, but if Dune's going to win something, and I do think it will win something, it's visual.
I'm just seeing what Kingdom made at the box office. I mean, I didn't type in the whole title, so it's my fault. I was hoping that Box Office Mojo would do the work for me.
Box Office Mojo is dog shit now. There's nothing.
Isn't that sad?
Corporate.
We've had this conversation all the time. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it didn't do great.
I still want another one. I thought that movie.
What was it?
It wound up being just shy of 400 million worldwide. Okay. They did make that. I mean, it's not a low budget movie by any means, but they made it for less than I believe some of the others, or maybe I feel like I'm gonna word it improperly compared to how Wes has said it, but like they basically made a lot for what they had. All right. You want to talk about best sound?
Sure. I mean, I think Dune will take that too.
Okay.
Should. What was in there again? I mean, sound is so interesting to me. Like some of the stuff, like I think The Wild Robot had great sound because it's it's an animated film, and you have to generate natural sound in something that's not actually. And again, Wicked, huge
natural sound and mechanical sound.
Well, right, mechanical sound too, and in an animated movie. And that's not to say like there was so much digital in Wicked. There's so much digital in Dune. So like that's not the only one. Like I get A Complete Unknown being there. I get Emilia Perez being there. But for me, it's like I think Dune will win. I would have loved to see The Wild Robot win because I think it is way more impressive to have to regenerate all those sounds through the entire movie that is just animation. Like I think that is a feat.
This is gonna make it seem like I just keep pushing Dune. I like Dune. I like Dune. I like it. I get every time I don't predict Dune, I get shit for like not liking Dune. These are my Boston accent. These are my predictions. These are my predictions. But also, this is also apparently my preference because we're doing will and should. I think Wicked will win, and I think Wicked should win.
Okay, valid.
I mean, this statement I'm about to make is also true of Dune, but given the out of this world quality of the film overall and the location, so much of the soundscape is responsible for enveloping you in that world and making it feel real. And I think Wicked does like an exceptional job at that. And I don't know, there's just so many layers. And I think about the melding of the live singing on set and some of the pre-recorded material and just like how
the
well
musical elements too
blended.
Do make that stand out. I totally understand that. Like that makes sense.
Okay. Song.
Fuck it.
I like El Mal. Will win, should win. El Mal.
I don't like either of the Emilia Perez songs, so they are not in there, and that leaves me with some that like I'm kind of bummed the Wild Robot song isn't in there.
I know. Like, Kiss the Sky.
Yeah, like Kiss the Sky would have been like there were some great songs that did not get nominated, and what is there is kind of what do I think is going to win? I think it's going to be fucking El Mal. Am I happy about it? No, not at all. So like I wish the Sing Sing song won.
I wouldn't mind seeing Diane Warren finally win an Oscar.
Not for that movie.
No, she didn't work on Emilia Perez.
Oh, well, wait, I did not know who.
Do you get signed sheet music from Diane Warren every year?
Do we?
Yes, we do. I'm telling you, we do.
Probably.
All right. Best score. This is a fun one. It's a good one.
So there's so much I like in there. And that was my problem with it.
Yeah, it's hard. This is a hard one.
Okay, so here's interesting question. In best score, and you're thinking about musicals, are the actual songs in there, or are we just talking about the regular score?
So
Like I'm curious.
Part of the reason why I don't think Wicked is winning is I don't think anybody really understands that. So is that the right understanding? That is just the score, not songs. Yes.
Oh, okay. I think Conclave. I love Conclave. I love the score.
Okay.
I don't know if everyone else does. I don't know if that's a popular pick, but I'm gonna go Conclave for both.
Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna go
would and should.
I'm gonna go the Brutalist both, but I echo what you said. Conclave is 100% one of my favorite scores of the year. I think the Brutalist and how much that theme in particular is stuck in my mind, like just edges it out. I do think the Brutalist is gonna win,
Conclave was low key one of my favorite vinyls that we got this year for like the scores that they sent us. I was kind of like
somewhere down there. I have no
it's right now. It's so fun to hold too because like the texture is like really nice on it. But yeah, I was like, oh, Conclave, like that's an interesting score to get, and all of a sudden, I'm like, no, Conclave score good.
I love the Nosferatu score.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
I like the whole score, but in particular, I love the end credits stuff. Production design.
So that one, I do think it's Wicked.
Why do you sound sad?
Oh, because I like.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Because I'm going against Nosferatu, and I really think the production design in that is fucking immaculate.
That's sarcophagus.
Like
right
how much
no one sees what I'm pointing at.
The way Robert Eggers talked about building 60 fucking sets so that everyone was on an actual like set the entire time, and they were looking around, and they were in all these European settings and stuff. So like the amount of work that went into that actual production design, and that's not saying any other movie didn't put a tremendous work. Like so much work went into Wicked, obviously, both digital and like exactly. So like
it did.
There is the spectacle element that Wicked has that Nosferatu just has less of. And I think that's why Wicked will win. But I think what Nosferatu accomplished and what it looked like and all the production design was just next level. So my would should are the same. It's Wicked. Yeah.
Those Wicked sets are like exquisite. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Like
no fight.
The other thing that makes me obsessed with the Wicked production design is how functional so many sets are. Like they move in a way that makes it feel like a real lived in world. It gives it like a reach out and touch it kind of vibe. It gives it the vibe where it feels like the viewer has stepped into their world.
That's fair.
And there's so much. There's so much.
That's fair. No, 100%. Again, that's why I like Nosferatu for that same element.
I just fucked it up.
What you do?
I just clicked away from me.
God damn it.
Did I go back? Oh no, I'm back here. I just clicked the back arrow. All right, so we're up to makeup and hairstyling.
Makeup and hairstyling. That is going to be for what is there. I think it's going to be Wicked.
Oh.
I don't think it'll go with either horror movie. But if we are talking about, listen, we're horror people. I mean, that's makeup and hairstyling. Like, I think the makeup they accomplish in The Substance is quite nice towards the end, but you have to think about the whole movie. I think Wicked will win based on that.
I think that my should win is hard here.
It could be The Substance, it could be Wicked, it could be Nosferatu. Like I would be happy with all of those. So like that's my fight. But my will is.
I think A Different Man is quite exceptional too.
Oh, that's true too.
I think I'm going to go will win, should win The Substance.
Both? Okay.
That movie was just so special. I loved it so much. No, I get it.
Like, again, that's why it's my should, but I don't.
Like that transformation.
It's so good.
All the stages. And then that like bombastic ending.
But how many Oscar voters stayed around for that? Legitimate. That's my question. And again, I'm hoping the answer is.
I'm willing to believe that lots of people in the Academy embrace that if so many other people in this industry at other award shows have embraced it.
Oh, I have my least faith in the Academy. I had put more faith in all of the other critics organizations to give The Substance things where we had this talk over and over again. Like we know where I stand on this.
I have maximum confidence that Sunday night will end with The Substance becoming an Academy Award winning movie. Valid. Wait until we get to my other picks, though.
Yep,
just wait.
I know.
Here's a biggie: film editing.
That was when I was noodling over. What did I do?
I think this might be a done deal.
I had the Brutalist as my would.
Okay. I think it could,
Right.
but
I'll just go across the board Brutalist and just keep it with that. But what is your
Conclave is my will.
will? Okay.
And I think I'm fine with saying it should too.
I mean, like, again, I loved Conclave, so that is not a.
I guess
you're not going to get a fight from me on that.
I guess I would be most like if I were a voting member of the Academy, I would be most torn between picking Conclave, Anora, or Wicked in particular, because they're all movies that feel so tight and fly and
Yeah, Conclave has a great fucking tension about it.
My
like
God.
With the editing.
Yeah,
that is really good.
That is the way that via dialogue and very minimal locations they manage to build suspense like that heavily relies on the edit choices. Also, Anora is a rather long movie, and that movie just never lets up. It just moves, and I think that is a great quality. And like the same is true of Wicked. Like I'll never forget the first time I sat through Wicked. I'm like, oh wow, that felt like it lasted 5 minutes.
Felt a little longer for me, but not much.
It did not feel long on me at all.
I will say,
keep going.
I will say, I also went with the Brutalist for this because I don't have very much Brutalist on my list, and I felt like I kind of had to fit it in somewhere because I feel like it's going to win something.
I do think
so.
They're going to spread.
That's where I fell.
This feels like a spread the love year.
Yeah, like exactly.
Like I'm sure there's a question somewhere in here about this where I'm getting asked a lot. What do you think is going to walk away with the most wins?
Yeah.
I don't think we're really going to be talking about that too much because I think it's going to be very close. All right. Costume design.
I mean, Wicked.
Yeah, will win, should win.
I'm not fighting this one.
Wicked.
It's Wicked.
Cinematography. This stresses me out.
So this is my gamble. I'm gonna go hard on this one, and I think one will win. But I'm going to say fuck it and go against my instincts and say Nosferatu across the board would and should. I think this is it's one. I think this is its one.
Seeing Jaren win would make me
I think this is its
happy.
One. If it's going to win something.
It did win the CCA award.
It did. And again, we're just the CCAs, and I know there's a lot more to the voting, all that stuff, but I'm gonna try to will this one into existence. This is why I'm going Nosferatu across the board. Would and should.
I think Nosferatu is a beautifully photographed movie. I wouldn't mind seeing that win. I'm obsessed with Greg Fraser. I think he's an absolute genius and one of the absolute best cinematographers we have. I wouldn't mind seeing him win. I'm gonna go with will win though. Is the Brutalist?
It is okay.
There's just so much framing choices in that movie that really amplify what the characters are going through and the themes that the film is exploring. And one of my absolute favorite shots of the whole movie, as I say this, I'm debating if we're allowed to spoil things at this point. I'll talk about it vaguely, but it's in the back half of the movie, and it's the shot that centers on Felicity Jones's character. Just the choice to let that go long and keep the camera on who he keeps it on, when you hit specific parts of that speech, I think are just some pretty brilliant choices.
There are.
Worried about spoiling a 100-year-old story?
The Brutalist. No, the Brutalist. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh my. Well, I mean, even with Nosferatu, it's a completely different, not a completely different take, but it's a different take.
Well, I was going to say, my argument for Nosferatu is just the artfulness of every single shot. Everything is so meticulous. And not to say, again, that the Brutalist didn't do that, because you just described how it does, and all these other movies do. I get Greg Fraser, like you said, on Dune. Dune won it last time. So it's do you think it rolls over? I don't think it does. Someone just said that in there. But for me, the integrity of each shot in Nosferatu is fucking beautiful. And there is so much technique going into it that I don't know. I think if it's going to win something, it's got cinematography, and that's where I'm putting my one bet on Nosferatu.
Yeah, I like that bet. You know what? Fuck it. We'll win the Brutalist, should win Nosferatu. There you go. I can get behind that. All right. You want to do the 2 screenplay ones, and then we'll go super chats, and then we'll go back?
Fine. That's fine.
All right.
Original first.
Original screenplay. Another race that I do think is over. I mean, this is a stacked category.
I know, that's why I'm
It's
fighting
stacked.
with it.
But I do think Anora is a pretty clear front runner at this
Yeah.
point. I would pick my will win is Anora and my should win is The Substance. I think that concept is just absolute genius.
Yeah, I mean, my should is The Substance. Again, I love the movie despite the conversations we have and what people think. Like, I think it's fucking phenomenal. I mean, for me, it's Anora or the Brutalist. I could see either one of those winning. I did write down the Brutalist, but if Anora is running away with it, like I believe you on that one.
Okay. The Substance.
Yeah, like again,
The
Substance fucking rules.
Adapted.
Will
win, should win. Conclave.
See,
Conclave.
I think adapted will win Conclave, but should win Sing Sing. I mean,
had a feeling
that's
you'd pick
personal bias.
Yeah,
that is just
I get
what
it.
it is.
I wouldn't mind
It's my
seeing
movie.
Sing Sing win, but man, Conclave is just
Yeah,
like,
Sing Sing's ain't gonna win
it's
shit.
so sharp.
It's
So
good.
sharp.
The dialogue
All right.
is fucking magnificent.
Before we get to acting, directing, and best picture. Super
What do we get in there?
chats. Super chats. We did the sticker.
You did,
And then we
you
did this. We
Living.
did this one.
Yeah.
Jordan. Perri, thank you for being one of the few predictors who actually celebrates the work of contenders and nominees. Go Wicked and The Substance. You celebrate too. You're
I
good.
do.
You're good at
Yeah.
celebrating.
Celebrate
keeping
them
the
all.
vibe. Keeping the vibe positive.
I feel like I celebrate more of the non-winners because I'm out here talking about Sing Sing and shit like that, and that's not gonna win anything.
Man,
Like,
I wish Sing Sing.
I would.
had
Oh my god!
a stronger
in a
award
just
season
world, it would
run.
have such a better showing. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Listen, I understand how the award season goes. It's bullshit, but it's how award
Still
season
an
goes.
Oscar nominee.
It is,
I feel
absolutely.
good about that.
Mhm.
Mike says, I'm rooting for Sebastian, Strong, and Ariana to win.
Fun picks.
Yes.
Ain't got any problem with any of those.
All right. Living Dead Jake, no Wicked or Conclave for Best Picture.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
I might have to agree to disagree on
We'll
that
get
topic.
to that.
And Nico, could the major upset be Brutalist for Picture? Let's back pocket
Again,
that.
let's a little back pocket that for when we get to Best Picture. We're almost there. We're almost there.
I got thoughts.
I too have thoughts.
All right. We are at. Now I'm choking. I took a deep breath. Now I'm turning into like an old person.
I was literally like, did you just turn into a 90-year-old? She did.
I took a bad breath.
You did.
I got really excited to talk about Best Supporting Actor, which is the most boring
I was
category
gonna say, like,
ever.
literally, it's.
I'm not saying
Culkin.
I'm not saying a boring category.
No. I know. It's the most locked up. It's Culkin.
Yeah.
Culkin would and Culkin should. I'm fine with that.
I
Great
think
performances. There are great performances stacked in there, but this is Culkin's to win, and he should win.
Admitted, I think will win and should win. I'm perfectly fine saying Kieran Culkin.
Mm-hmm.
I do think if I was a voter, I'd be tempted to vote for Euro though.
Okay.
I don't know. His presence throughout that movie and how it builds and how it matters to Anora's big finish. I think he just navigated that really well.
Again, not arguing on them being strong performances in those films. I just think he's got this. I think this is over.
Yeah, Kieran Culkin's gonna win. I was with the acting categories, I was predicting one of the four would have like a major switch up, like kind of like the mentality where like if Kieran's winning the whole season, like don't we want to switch it up and see something and like having that be the mentality? But
he's been giving such good speeches too. Sorry,
and I feel like after he did like the full sweep and got SAG, I kind of dropped that idea. And the same is true for this other category. I do think Zoe Saldana is still going to win. I think her winning that SAG award just made it a done deal. If I were voting, I would choose Ariana Grande.
So my will win for me is Zoe Saldana. And like, do I agree with it? No, but it's going to happen. My should win for me is I think it's Rossellini. I loved her in fucking Conclave. She like that movie does not work.
I love that choice
because it doesn't work as well as it does without her. Her presence in that movie
it's bringing me so much joy to hear you.
Everything.
I've had so many conversations where like, gee, she should have won barely in the movie. But like what you said.
Yes, she is barely in the movie, but that is also the point of her presence when she comes in and like she is the voice of reason in these idiot fucking men. Like, yes, that's the whole point of it.
I'm so happy to hear
it's not about how
that.
often you're in it. It's about the impact you make. And the impact she makes is what makes Conclave what it is.
She's so good.
Easy. Done.
So good. All right. Best actor. I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get away from Brody as the Will.
Yeah, me too.
Going to win, but for me, my should is Coleman Domingo. I've said it before. Sing Sing is one of my favorite movies of the year, and I think Coleman Domingo makes every movie better he's ever been in. And Sing Sing is a showcase of his talents on such a meteoric level. Like he is on a different plane of existence in Sing Sing than the other performers, in my opinion. So. For me, Domingo's the should. I know he's not going to. It's going to be Brody, but there's me.
Will win for me is going to be Adrian Brody. Timothée Chalamet's SAG win was a very, very big deal and definitely boosted him up in my rankings. And I do think it does make him a little bit of a threat that we can't completely ignore. I do think Adrian Brody has a big enough edge at this point that he's going to win. My should win, though, is Ralph Fiennes.
Again, fantastic.
That is like such a delicate performance, and he is just like he is so good at saying things, but also making sure the viewer knows the wheels in his head are turning and giving us a sense of how they're turning, even if he's not explaining what he's thinking. And that's just so vital to that particular movie and the whole scenario that they're exploring. I think he's great.
Yeah.
I also really wouldn't mind seeing Coleman win.
Again, I know he's not going to, but God, in a just fucking world.
Yeah, he's he'll have his day.
I hope so. I do hope you're right.
No doubt in my mind, he's going to go on to become an Oscar winner. Wait, don't look at my list.
Okay.
This one, don't look at. I'll name them for you if you want.
We're on actress, right?
Yes. Okay. Just like so you don't have to look it up if you don't want to.
Oh no, I have all I did picks beforehand. I'm just like say them out loud. No,
you go first.
No, read them out loud first. Just
the nominees are Mikey Madison for Honora, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon for Amelia Perez, Fernando Torres for I'm Still Here, and Demi Moore for The Substance.
I'm predicting a bit of an upset here. If I'm going to take any kind of risk, I think I'm going to take a risk on this one.
We had the same thought.
Did we? I'm going to say Fernando Torres.
The risk. What the fuck? What is this? So clearly I've just given my pick.
Do you agree?
So
because in my research, I am seeing her pick up more momentum. I am seeing things happen where I think that she can take over with Carla taking, let's say, a bump from popularity, going away and kind of you just go away now. Mikey has not performed the way I thought she would. I think this is Fernando Torres' time to run in.
This was my big curveball, Fernando Torres winning, predicting her as the winner. And I said this on FYC like this way, like I was going to shock them all.
And they all did.
Both of them picked her.
She's becoming the front runner.
I really do think it's a very, very real thing. I understand Demi Moore has won the most awards thus far. But I do think in recent weeks, Mikey Madison winning a couple of biggies signifies that the race is closer than many have thought. And in some of those other cases, Fernanda hasn't been nominated. And also she missed out on those nominations, I think, because some of the voting periods happened before she started to creep up. So I think now could be her time. And
I'm gonna use this as my gamble.
The performance is good. The movie is so powerful. Oh, what I would give to see her win. But if I was a voting member of the Academy, which I guess should have to be my should, and I will say, I am going to be overjoyed to see Fernando win, Demi win, Mikey win, or Cynthia win. I'm going to be so happy.
I was going to say,
so happy.
I do have Cynthia as my should. I'll admit, like I picked her as, if I could pick right now.
We're so similar today.
It would be Cynthia.
That's mine.
I know.
If I got a vote in this race.
I'm not making this up. I wrote it right there. Fernando, Cynthia. Sorry, Amelia wrote that while I was driving.
Cynthia would be my vote.
And again, that is not negating almost all the other actresses in this category. Because again, Demi did a great job.
Yeah.
But I'm more upset that her other half didn't get a nomination, because
I'm there with you.
if that other half got a nomination, I would have voted there for supporting. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
I do think Margaret Qualley deserved more credit than she got.
I think
she got some, but she needed more.
She did, but I just think if you nominate Demi, you nominate Margaret as well, because they both work together in a sense, and like both their performances don't work without the other one in a certain way. So, and I will admit, if she was in Best Supporting, that would have been my Best Supporting. That right there.
I get that. Best Director. You want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
I don't care. Yeah.
Will win. Sean Baker for Anora. Should win. Corley Farge.
So the way that you said before how you think this is going to be a real split up year, and I'm kind of teeing up my Best Picture too.
Oh.
I'm going to tie Baker and Anora. I think.
Wait. Oh.
I think that he takes Best Director.
Oh, yeah.
I think I agree with you, Farge. Yeah. My will win director is Baker. My should win is Farge, because I think the direction on that is immaculate. But I'll lead this right into Best Picture, and even though it really doesn't get much more else, I think Anora still takes Best Picture.
Yes. And it does get, I mean, based on my list, it gets other stuff.
Yeah, you have more. You gave it more than that. So I think Anora is the one that, kind of like the CCAs, like kind of the way that we gave the awards out, and like it did nothing at the CCAs, and yet it still won Best Picture, and it's done well other places too. So I think Anora does it. I think Baker and Anora take it home.
Yeah, I'm going Anora. I'm going Anora because I just think the 1-2 punch of DGA PGA is too telling. And then if you want to factor in CCA, that gives it like an extra little boost. I have Conclave at number 2.
Yeah.
Because
again, my should be is Conclave. I think out of what was nominated, I would put Conclave if I had my number 1 pick, but
I do think there is great. I don't necessarily think, I know we have this conversation on FYC. It's not a 1-for-1. If a movie wins the SAG Ensemble Award, they're not going to go on to win Best Picture guaranteed. Right. But that award does have a lot of weight. And I think there is a lot of support for Conclave. So Conclave is currently my number 2. Yeah. My number 3 happens to be my should win. That's Wicked.
Wicked. Yeah, I get that.
I think that filmmaking wise, the quality of the movie is like a absolute top tier blockbuster. I think it dazzled so many people, and I think that it deserves a lot of praise for many things. But one particular thing that I absolutely love hearing is when people tell me, I don't like musicals, but I saw Wicked and I love. Bless you.
Thank you.
I think that when it comes to series, like film series being continued or things being adapted, one of the greatest achievements a filmmaker can do is make the fans of the pre-existing material super happy, but then also broaden that fan base. And Wicked like did that to the nth degree.
And that's, I think we were talking about this in the car over, but I mean, Chew kind of getting snubbed there makes me think Wicked will. Chew getting snubbed, number 1, bad.
Well, Edward Berger got snubbed, so you can't have Conclave high then.
That's fair. That is also fair. Yeah, that's why I didn't pick it to the would win. My would win is Anora, and that's for a reason. But like Wicked not getting Chew, Conclave not getting Berger, that makes me think they're not going to win in that sense, because it's what Amelia said before. It's like, who directed the fucking movie? Like it's an interesting idea that something could win and another director could win, but it's like, okay, that guy, if he's the best director, then why isn't his movie the best in a way? Like,
I think he should have been nominated.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, what Chew accomplishes in Wicked, as someone who has only seen the film and has no connection that y'all have to the actual source material, he brought me into a world, and he had so many things to take care of between musicals, there's so much digital, there's so much practical. Like, it is a gigantic movie. It's a massive spectacle piece. And I'm not saying it's the only one, but I am saying the way that he carries us through that and the way that he actually accomplishes creating the world that is Wicked. The fact that he didn't even get nominated is fucking silly. Like, that is fucking silly.
Yeah. I really love that movie, clearly. I will say my top 3 at this point, I think, does well reflect the power of the preferential ballot. Not that this is necessarily how the vote's going to turn out, but I've been saying this since the beginning. I think that way of voting definitely benefits Honora, Conclave, and Wicked the most.
Yeah.
Like, I think some are predicting The Brutalist, but I think The Brutalist is just
I have The Brutalist on my fringe.
I think it's just too divisive to thrive in that kind of voting structure. A Complete Unknown has surged recently, so I don't feel as confident in that as the others, but it's got a chance. I think Amelia Perez is over and done with in this category.
Bye-bye.
I think The Substance is also probably going to be too divisive here. Not that Dune is divisive, but I think it's just too in the rearview mirror. I'm Still Here will win international feature, and Nickel Boys just I don't think has been making enough noise. I think it's either going to be Honora, Conclave, or Wicked, with Honora being the likely winner.
Yeah, I think I would actually go Honora, Conclave, Brutalist, but I
could be right. Could be right.
I don't. It's not about me not liking the movie. It's about my faith in Wicked actually winning.
Yep. I want Wicked to win.
So that goes back to the well, I mean, going back to the question of is Brutalist an update or sorry, not an update. Go one more. Right? Yep. No.
Up or down?
So you were on it.
This one.
Yep. Like, could it be an upset? I think that is a valid upset. I think it still could.
I don't think we can use the word upset though. I think
it still would be too in the picture.
I think the race is too close. I think if anyone beats, let's say, Kieran Culkin or Zoe Saldana, we can call that an upset. But I don't know. Best Picture just feels too close. I think, but like if something like Nickel Boys or I'm Still Here surges to the top, that would be an upset.
I mean, Nickel Boys is all but out. It does not have any momentum, and the fact that it's just sitting in that category is it's only nomination, right? Is that or no? Another one in there for
screenplay.
Yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't have enough going for it.
Shout out to the FYC team. FYC on Sunday. No, you won't. We're going to be watching the awards. You will FYC us on Monday.
Nice. Good job. Good job.
It would be deserving for Torres to win. Do we think that'll be a sad moment post-Oscars if Moore doesn't win? I think people want her to win. No, I mean, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be sad. Demi Moore's had a really great award season where she's won major things at like a variety of different events, and
I don't think somebody else winning is going to detract from that. I think there's a lot of great performances in there, as we said.
Yeah,
there's 4 great performances in there. So
yeah, I think it's going to be a happy moment. How you feel if Torres and Rossellini win? Both daughters of icons.
Like I said, I want Rossellini to win. I am team Rossellini on that one, so I would be ecstatic.
Yeah.
And we both said Torres, so I think we're very pro this comment.
One of my absolute favorite things that I got to do in 2024 was record a ladies' night with Fernanda Torres, where she was telling me a little more about like her journey, her lineage, and also just Brazilian cinema in general. So to see her nominated and then maybe win for a movie that like one she's stellar in, but that she's also in with her mother, that would be pretty damn special. Caleb, does football stuff happen now? I was talking football with someone earlier.
Yeah, what do you mean?
What happened?
The Rams committed to Stafford.
Oh,
finally, so we know he's not going anywhere.
Sorry, I've been in
a
movie and TV
I was
bubble.
Literally, no, that was
Tell
not
me,
long ago.
give me all the important information.
The Browns gave up on Nick Chubb. He's a free agent. He can go test the market.
Is that good for Chubb?
He was never going to. He's not starting again. He's not a starter anymore. So he'll be a good complimentary back somewhere. Oh, that's fine.
I'm sad for him.
Yeah, he brutal injuries. Nothing you can do there. I'm just trying to think of like Rodgers still doesn't have a home. So that's fine. I'm stoked on football season coming up. There's still there's the Darnold of it all. We don't know where Sam Darnold's going to go yet. We don't know a few other things. So we got some time, but there's been some action.
There's no like big excitement with the draft either, right?
There's 2 quarterbacks that are projected first round.
Who are they?
There's another, I forget their names. Cam Ward, I believe, is one of the big quarterbacks that could go early.
That's such a quarterback name.
Yeah, but so it's going to be interesting to see who actually wants to push for a quarterback, because Rodgers is out there. Tennessee needs a quarterback because Will Levis did not pan out. But my prediction is Rodgers goes to Tennessee and he fills that slot versus going for a rookie. Anyway, that's football stuff.
Interesting.
Nothing. Yeah, we're not thinking the next Mahomes is going to come out of there.
Wait, what Mahomes?
I'm just saying that like the next Mahomes is not in this draft class as
and I
yet.
did see a headline that Kelsey's probably going to keep
He's back.
playing.
He's coming back. He confirmed that he'll be back on the Pat McAfee show, I believe.
Oh, I figured. All right, we got 2 more, I think. No, yeah, 2 more came in. Love your interview with Fernanda Torres. The TIFF one was really cool. That group interview was lovely. Seriously, covering I'm Still Here was one of my absolute favorite things of all of last year. That group is special. Congrats on the press award win, Perri. If you could pick one movie moment from the past year to describe how that made you what a good question. What would it be? A past movie moment.
I can think of. I can't say for your emotional state. Obviously,
can you say what you're thinking?
The moment in The Wild Robot when all the animals go around and they did the little thing whenever it's the community coming around.
I don't think I can come up with a better answer than that. It's either that or the hug in Inside Out 2 when all the emotions come together and they kind of like calm anxiety down.
It's not. It was definitely from The Substance.
I was gonna say it's definitely not the end of The
Nothing
Substance. That would have been the worst practical joke ever if I turned it into a Substance moment. No, absolutely not. Yeah, I think you nailed it. Yeah, I think you nailed. That is what that scenario feels like. It's just like it really does.
It's not
feels
just
like the biggest hug ever.
Entire body voted on that. It's not just one person.
When I was like jotting down notes for my little speech, I didn't want to make it too like schmaltzy, but like obviously like the point of like thank the people. Mm-hmm. Like the reason why I thanked all the people that I did was literally because like they lift you up. Like you can't do what you do without those people, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
It's so important. Oh, did you pick it? Oh, I see.
No,
there's another one. Good question though, Brett. It's amazing to me how people disrespect the Globes and think it's not important in the awards race, yet everyone is predicting Torres to win now. I got this.
Go for it. Please.
We can disrespect the Globes
for what they are change can happen, but they need to earn my respect back. When it comes to using the Globes for my personal predictions, I do not think the people that they choose to win a Golden Globe means anything for who's going to be chosen to get nominated for an Oscar. Where I do think the Globes matter is if someone has the opportunity to get up on that stage, to get on live TV and express how much that movie that they made, that honor that they got means to them, I think that speech can sway the votes to come. That's where I think the votes matter. And in particular, Fernanda Torres and also Demi Moore, I think completely changed the course of their campaigns with making the most of that moment in the spotlight. That's where it matters. Agree.
Thank you.
I don't need to say anything else to that. Yeah, you got it.
That conversation. I guess it needs to happen. It's all right.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
I have Adrian winning, but I'm tempted to switch to Timothy given the previous SAG acting winner years aligning with Oscars. Help, who will win?
I'm still like I said, we're both stuck Adrian on Brody. I think there's too much momentum going in. Yes, he did win SAG, but at the same time, he won SAG, and Brody still has a breadth of wins.
His speech was good. The thing is, voting is closed by then, so that's a case where his speech does not impact the Oscars.
Speech was divisive. I saw some people not like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just they don't agree with the way he presented it. I forget what I saw, but I did see. I did see some people say they didn't love the way he
the short and determined vibe.
I would have to find exactly the article that but yeah, I don't think it was
I could see how those sentiments might rub people the wrong way, but
anyway, getting back to it, I still don't think that's enough itself to sway Adrian completely. Plus, the voting's all done. The SAG that's the thing. The SAG win is if voting was not closed yet. That's one thing, but voting has been closed. So this doesn't really mean anything to it. It's about the prior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We got 5 minutes left. If you want to squeeze in another quick super chat, please do.
Squeeze it.
Dude, you had to say that, didn't you?
Why do
I
you
did.
be so weird about it?
To see if I could break Perry.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
I didn't know if that was going to be those moments where if you just laugh for the next
my
5
drink,
minutes.
my drink is empty, so I can't choke on the drink anymore.
There you go.
I was gonna say something else. Was there any like newsy shit that hit this week?
Not really. What I don't
Monkey's doing well at the box office.
Monkey is doing well at the box office. That's cool. We like that. I saw a shitty fucking Mickey Mouse horror movie. Like, the public domain is going. It's not even the fun one.
What's that one?
Well, there's one called Screamboat, starring David Howard Thornton.
Is that what you watched?
No,
Oh,
there's
okay.
a different one that came out. They tried to beat it to market, and it's such dog shit. There we go.
Haunted Autumn.
We squeezed $2. There you go. Squeeze $2 out of it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Thank you, Haunted Autumn.
Haunted Autumn gets it.
I'll leave Haunted Autumn up there for a while.
No, Screamboat legitimately. David Howard Thornton stars as Steamboat Willie, the horror version. But like he's in a full mouse attire.
Okay.
And like it was also filmed on Colin Jost and Pete Davidson's Staten Island Ferry. Like it's the most Mad Libs ass. Oh, it has stars Tyler Posey. Like literally this movie is fucking insane.
Interesting.
I am excited to cover it because apparently my new IGN track is all the public domain slasher movies. So the trailer hit and the editor was like, I know you just did this dog shit one, but do you want to do this one? I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's roll.
All right.
Let's ride.
Did you see this movie?
I didn't. I got like press about it.
Yeah.
It was one I kind of let go.
Yeah, I missed it. I feel like there was an opportunity to cover it fairly recently too, but I had a reason why I couldn't. I think I was like overwhelmed with a film festival or something.
No. It hit at a time where I literally looked at it, laughed, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have time for you. But like, I would go back and watch it. I'm very, very okay with that.
Trying to think of what else I watched this week. I think I only did South by Prep, and I like can't stop watching Yellow Jackets. I can't talk about this live because it's such a spoiler. But for anybody who's fully caught up on Yellow Jackets, I've got thoughts, I've got questions, I've got theories. I might be a little angry.
Oh no.
I don't know. I don't know because I don't trust anything happening on that show. I'm still having fun watching it and piecing together the mystery. But for anybody out there who is caught up, you probably know about the one thing that is potentially going to rub me the wrong way.
That's fair.
I need to binge White Lotus.
You know what my favorite movie this week was?
What?
I'm fucking hungry.
Okay. All right.
Oh, go watch Shoresy. The new season's out. If you're a Letterkenny fan, I love Shoresy.
Shoresy.
Man, they made a sports comedy and they made it adorable, and it's just nothing I expected it to be. So yeah, season 4 just dropped. Hulu. Get into it if you like hockey and Letterkenny and things of that nature.
Good plug. Now plug yourself.
Yeah, I am me. That's my plug.
Oh, dude. Go find his wonderful work.
I was good at that's a joke,
forgotten.
dummy. You can find me, Matt Donato, at Donatobomb, DONATOBOMB, on Blue Sky, Letterboxd, and Instagram mostly. And then, as Perri said, I have a wonderful podcast. We just released our episode on the monkey today. And it's an interesting one because, quick backstory, me and my co-host are very on the opposite sides of the Oz Perkins spectrum. I did not like an Oz Perkins movie until Longlegs. He has liked every single movie of his. So yeah, the monkey is interesting because it's, as Perri and I have talked about many times, doesn't feel like a Perkins movie. So it was a real fun convo. But anyway, podcast, Certified Forgotten. We talk about horror movies. And then we also talk about cool guests with fucking 10 or less Rotten Tomatoes reviews on blah, 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 blah. That's what it is. Just go to Certified Forgotten.
It's great. Please go check that out. Very quickly. Are there any nominations that didn't happen that even not you think would have had a chance of winning? Maybe Kiss the Sky. I love Kiss the Sky.
That was the big one. I literally went to pick that as my best song, and when it wasn't there, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. One of the ones in the documentary category that I'm sad didn't do better is The Remarkable Life of Evelyn, which you can watch on Netflix. It's a really exceptional story. So a really inspiring story. And also the way that they had to stitch all that together was something else. By the way, congrats, Perri, for winning the Publicist Award. Loved your professional speech. Yes, I tried to be professional and classy, acknowledging other the other people nominated in that category. I'm like not blowing smoke. Like the coolest people ever.
Absolutely.
Why does Diane Warren? I mean, she's the songs that she's nominated for are pretty damn good. I think the question is, why hasn't Diane Warren won?
Andrew, look at Andrew. Try to do outros and just keep going to super chats.
All right, my outro is for Yellow Jackets fans. The newest episode that just went live today is with Tawny Cypress, who plays Thaisa on Yellow Jackets, and I think she is just like an absolute force, exceptional. I was so happy to have her on the show. Because they're in the can, I will tease that the next one out is Tatiana Maslany for The Monkey. Again, fucking joy. Also, because one of the first shows that I covered week to week, like in my career, was Orphan Black. I am like, you know about that.
I was podcast and everything.
I was especially attached to that show, but like I didn't. Like I wasn't in a place where I'd earned the ability to like do a long form interview with her. So the fact that it like happened now meant a lot to me. And then the third, I'm so excited about this one. So excited. Finally got Samara Weaving on Ladies Night. Yeah. That'll come out close to, I believe it's March 14th for Borderline. I've interviewed her so many times at this point, but getting her on Ladies Night was a different thing. But
she's just the
time and time again. She's just one of the best interviews. I love the projects she chooses to do, and that's where I'll leave that for now. But keep an eye out. I like this mentality.
I like that.
All right,
that's good. Anyone who will dig at that, yeah.
With that, I'll leave that up for the outro. We're out of here. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a wonderful Oscar Sunday.
That's true.
We will see you maybe next week, but probably not from Austin. We'll see what we'll see what we can whip up. Admittedly, it might be hard, but if we miss next weekend, we'll give you a full South by Southwest download the weekend after. So, cool. Everyone, happy Oscar weekend.
Goodbye.
We'll see you soon.